I don't know. I think give it a 2. First 3 things you would do if you were a UFC president. I'd fire Torres Finney just to make a statement. I'd fire Bilal. No, I'm joking. No, I wouldn't. I'd make... I mean, first thing I'd do is bring back face-to-faces. That's what I would do. Second thing I'd do is when I'm going to make a fight announcement, I'd invite all of the fighters to an area in like Vegas or something in the fight capital, and I'd have a ceremony where the fights got made and got confirmed. Even if the fights are out there as like in the works on Twitter, or Big Marcel's thinking they're in the works, or someone has a lead on it, it still doesn't matter until it's really officially announced. So what I would do is I would fly the fighters out to the announcement ceremony and have them actually have a face-off at the announcement. So I'd be like, the first matchup we're having is at UFC 381, and it's Ilya Topuria coming out versus so, and I'd announce the next one coming out, and it'd be like a moment. But I don't know. This is such a gay donor, and I'd legalize grounded knees. This is such a gay dono, but anyone with lower back pain should try original 12 minutes of foundation training with Dr. Eric Goodman. It saved my back. Thank you for the 28 months of membership. Shout out to everyone who's having lower back pain on TikTok, dude. Someone would have told me about that. How much do you think you could grow the UFC if you were in charge in a 10-year span? It's already so big considering how little they promote and care. Could you make it as big as the NBA, NFL in 10 years? I could, yeah. If I ran the UFC, I'd have it bigger than any other major sports league in the world by 10 years. Easily. Impression at 89-year-old Ariel. What are the chances that the US will grant Conor McGregor citizenship to the US prior to the White House card, meaning that the headline card will then have Conor McGregor fighting as an American citizen? I mean, couldn't McGregor just afford a golden visa? If I had McGregor money, I would be buying passports to countries like that if they were offering it. I swear it's $5 million to get a visa to the US. Or if you just like walk across the southern border and are tan enough and detrimental to society enough, I guess they just let you in. So why would people pay $5 million when they can just walk across the border? What a silly business plan. You know what I mean? That's like selling like a $10 million fucking passport to the UK when you could just rock up at Dover off a boat with 10 other like Pakistani men and say, I'm here to destroy society, and then they'll just let you in. It's kind of a weird business plan to sell visas and legal migration, right? You'd think that had gone out of business. Impression of Greg Duquette accusing you of being on gear. As a very heavy kicker, I think he'll be all right. You're a good guy. Also, since Dana White, for better or worse, is the face of the UFC, would the UFC crumble down if something happens to him? I don't think it would crumble down. I think it would definitely lose some level of promotion in the first place. But I think if the person who replaced him was actually putting value into the promotion of the company and the sport, I feel like Dana promotes himself and takes away from the promotion of the UFC quite a bit. Like, Dana wants to be a celebrity. You know what I mean? I feel like you need a sort of promoter of the UFC that doesn't really want to be a celebrity, but just gets heralded as like a great promoter because of all the stuff that he does and the build-ups of fights and the stuff that he does. I feel like Dana's just kind of rich and wants to bucket list a bunch of celebrity meetups and all of these connections and shit, you know? So I don't know. But I think it would take a dip immediately, yeah. But then it would rebuild, hopefully. Can you tell Tom to stop getting shitty neck tattoos? Yeah, I saw him. The Galactic Throat tattoo of Tom Aspinall. I did see that. Oh, yeah, he was Hulk, wasn't he, Ed Norton? But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Tom's just got that weird gene in him. Some white people have it where they got to just cover himself in tats. They just can't see like a non-tattooed area. It's like a big white people disease. It spreads among our communities. Where they look at like a gap on their forearm and think, oh, I could get a saxophone in there. You know what I mean? Or they'll look at like an elbow patch and think, oh, that needs a star on it. It's like a weird thing. But I don't know. It'll grow on us probably. You know what I mean? That Cumtown joke about Nick's mum, known-based mum, podcast exits. It was like completely log jamming up, so I thought I'd just dip, you know? Sup, Judius, Cage Warriors posted you. I saw that Cage Warriors posted me. I've seen such a thing, yes.
Guru's done a tweet, just wanted to read it. What do you think?
MMA Guru. People forget, man. George Hardwick is a fucking marauder. He's the real deal, folks. Elite of the elite. You're in his world now, friend. Look what he did to Chris Bungard. People forget, man. One more win against tougher comp and get him in the UFC. Baldy at Dana White. Yes, MMA guru. Yes. F***ing Marauder. Although I don't move around like the Marauders. When anyone says Marauder, I just think of Doom Eternal. And they kind of like fly around all the place and you've got to parry them. I'm more like, I don't know, I'd say I'm more like Mr. X off of Resident Evil 2. Just plodding along at the minute. But I got some shit, sure.
So MMA guru.
Cage Warriors also follow me on Instagram now, by the way. So who knows, dude? That makes Cage Warriors, Octagon, KSW. We're collecting the regional MMA promotions like Thanos. I only donate sober. Thank you for the $2. Have fun in Mali or wherever it is, mate. I think that was you. Greetings to you, mate, and you fucking edgy, dude. Back in the day, that's how you knew you were going to be an edgelord growing up. If you were just hoovering up staples like nobody's business. What's UFC 321? What are they going to add to it? It's looking pretty done as far as UFC fight cards go. They got Aspinall Gan, Jandaroba Dern, Volkov Almeida, Rakic Mirzakhanov, Nurmagomedov Batista. I mean, there's a bunch. They've already got a bunch of fights on the prelims. I like Jose Delgado, Nathaniel Wood. I actually think Delgado's going to win that. I saw that announced the other day. Mizuki Inoue. Why is she on the roster? Mizuki Inoue. She hasn't fought since September 2023. She's coming off a win, to be fair. Wow, that feels like a really old name. She's had 2 fights since 2019. One in 2020 and one in 2023. Loophole to stay on the UFC roster, dude. Just don't fight. Impression of Rogan reacting to Marvin Vettori naming them. Oh, unbelievable, folks. Marvin Vettori. He's gaining intelligence by being hit in the head. JDM gets caught over the top and KO'd looking to defend a takedown as Aspinall watches in the crowd. Still recovering from a Garn beatdown. Don't manifest this shit, dude. Shut up. Hi, Mr. Darren Till. Impression of Bilal drowning. Yeah, it's... I'll do the impression of him now. I give it the $2. I don't know. If Garn wins, I'm expecting you to look cherry red. There may be a chance. There may be a chance. Michael Morales' next opponent. Hulk going. Just kidding. I know you're just big boned. I'm getting into powerlifting, dude. I've been powerlifting recently, chat. Are you noticing the leanness of my shoulders? Are you noticing the leanness of the shoulders now, chat? It's like a real, like, lid. It's like the lid of, like, a motorbike wheel. You know the cover of a motorbike wheel? So I watched Hafjord Bjornsson lift 510 kg like it was fucking nothing. Like it was nothing, dude. So I'm going to go for it, you know. Charlie Veach or Charlie Olives? Oh, he does have a good teep, but I'll go Charlie Olives. Did Harry Hardwick send you the wheelchair back? Oh my god, dude. The first, like, fighter that the MMA guru gets behind and he leaves the UFC in a wheelchair after his debut. I mean, it's almost like a biblical chat, don't you think? It's almost just a, it's almost fate, destiny. I rally behind Harry Hardwick from the get-go in his career, dude. I put him on. You know what I mean? I keep telling people about him. I'm building him up. He gets to the UFC, leaves in a wheelchair. Kind of insane. Kind of insane. But, you know, be back. Featherweight Hardwick, I believe in. Depends on the matchup. But if they give him a nice one, I reckon we'll get the ball rolling. You know what I mean? He is pretty good, though. He is decent. He's better than your average regional featherweight. I've already read it. I've already read it. You always say it's never that easy in MMA, and it's making me wonder why we have such confidence that Tom's going to finish Garn quickly. I know, right? But he's already at a championship level, though, so... I guess you could say this if Tom was going in there against Sergey Pavlovich, or if he was going in there against Volkov the first time, and then you say it's never that easy. But when they prove that they can make it that easy at a championship level, you kind of have to believe them a little bit more, you know? I want to get drunk and have a respectful fist fight. On some Fight Club shit. Who wants to start Fight Club with me, chat? So, I guess you could say this if Tom was going in there against Sergey Pavlovich, or if he was going in there against Volkov the first time, and then you say it's never that easy. But when they prove that they can make it that easy at a championship level, you kind of have to believe them a little bit more, you know? I want to get drunk and have a respectful fist fight. On some Fight Club shit. Who wants to start Fight Club with me, chat? MMA Gurus Fight Club, but you can't talk about it. That's rule 1. Compound update. It's going to be the MMA Gurus Fight Club. That's all. So I'm working on it now. I'm making sure I can hire Brad Pitt for enough time and make him malnourished enough to be the version of himself that was in the film. And then the other guy from American History X, he can be in it as well. What's that actor's name, chat, that was in Fight Club? American History X guy? I can't remember his name. He was in loads of stuff, though, right? He was even King Baldwin in Kingdom of Heaven. What's his name? He's got 3... Oh, Ed Norton. Yeah, that's his name, yeah. Ed Norton. Underrated actor, to be fair. I loved him in American History X in reverse. It's a great film. Impression of Yanni the Greek's house getting repossessed. And I'm losing all my money because I've been randomly telling people to bet wrong. Thank you for the 2. Impression of Damas getting with a woman, but his ball hurts. His ball hurts. Oh, Cedric Damas got kicked in the groin. Gee, man, want to get down? Oh, hell no. I'm just seeing, ever since you went near him, I just see your faces, Zachary Reese. Better wheelchair exit, Hardwick or Damas? Hardwick for the meaning behind it, you know? What should Pookie do diff in his rematch with Marab? Oh. Why do you hate my favorite fighter, Umar Nurmagomedov? I don't really hate Umar Nurmagomedov. I'm just glad he lost, and I'm glad his fan base get to see him lose and be a bitch about it. How do you think Prime Till does against the current top welterweights? Prime Till against the current top welterweights, huh? There's a fly's nest on my roof, and they keep getting in, and it annoys me, and I can never get them out. And if I open the door to get them out, they just all flood in. How do I think Till does against the prime top welterweights? I don't think he would beat them. So trying to get me to shit on Till after we just had a big... Chat, did you see how much Till was cheesing and blushing? Chat? Did you guys see that? That's crazy. I've never seen someone blush and get all like smiley the way when I showed up on screen to Darren Till did. We truly are best friends. Yeah, but I don't think Till beats the top welterweights. That being said, chat, yes or no? In my opinion, chat, and I'm going to say something, prime welterweight Darren Till probably beats Shavkat Rakhmonov in like a boring decision. I could see that. Maybe Leon Edwards, but I don't think he beats Usman or Brady or Muhammad or JDM. But I feel like he could maybe boring it into like a close fight with Shavkat. You know? Shavkat dogs him. Ah, yes, Shavkat. Like he dogged Ian Gary on a week's notice. Yeah, I forgot about that. Guru buying a property for more like 7K? 700K? No, I'm not buying. Did Shavkat's best mate die? I'm not buying a property in the UK. Why the fuck would I do that? You've not been paying attention to the country. It's turned into a third world shithole. I'm going to wait till it becomes a third world shithole and then buy everything. Didn't Shavkat... It's like waiting for the old town road thing in Monopoly, you know? Didn't Shavkat accident? I don't know. I think something like that happened, yeah. I don't know who died in it, though. I know his family was in a car crash, but... No question, just hope you're doing well, Guru. Into a live I know where I stack up. I've looked it up. Have you ever been to a live UFC event? Yeah. No, I've never been to a live UFC event, no. Why did DJ bring you on to the Till interview and then get you to immediately leave? Okay, I'll give some context to that because it did seem a bit rushed, right? So basically the producer of the show, Michael, just messaged me in the middle of it when they had like 5 minutes left and said, yo, you around right now? And I was just there in my house sitting there with my head in my hands. Just like really struggling. And then I just thought, fuck it, dude, I'm putting the beanie on and going on. So I just thought, yeah, I'm there, you know. So they just brought me on for a couple minutes at the end, you know. It was pretty spontaneous. It wasn't prepared. So yeah, that might explain the hastiness of it. People got mad at you for calling Araja a dumb animal for what he did, but didn't you also roast Masvidal for suckering Colby? Boom, not racist. I am, though, but I know what you're trying to defend, though. But I'm not hypocritical. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that behavior regardless. I spent a whole fucking year trashing Masvidal for doing what he did to Covington, but yeah. Anyone seen that film? You and Till are both in the UK. Any chance we ever see an in-person interview? I think what we'll have to do, me and Darren Till, is we won't do an in-person interview. We won't do anything like that. What we do is we'll do like a McGregor, yes or no chat, like a McGregor Helwani. Remember when Helwani met up with McGregor and they walked through Dublin and they were talking to each other? I think I got to do that with Till, but in Liverpool, you know? And it just sort of runs, and we keep the camera rolling till one of us gets stabbed. I reckon is the move to make. And I'm going to have to do it, you know, because Till's already taken one, so I'm going to have to, like, even, you know. I have to, at the end of the video, I just jump in front of Till, like, no, he's got to beat Andrew Tate and KSI, no! And I'll leap in front of him and save the day. You ever thought about trying Muay Thai? I did it for, like, a year and a half, or, like, 2 years, on and off, with the second year. When I was about 18. So I did Muay Thai. You guys think I just love martial arts so much? I never did any of it. I was in the martial arts gym most of my childhood. You think Ilya has a chance against Crawford if they... Bro, do not get into either of those things. We aren't friends or anything like that, but I don't need my main source of entertainment becoming a druggie. No, I'm not going to do drugs. Obviously not, chat. You see Till went on the Mighty Cast, sick collab. Yeah, did you stay till the end of it, mate? Maybe then you'd know that I did know he was on there. Yeah, because I joined in at the end for a few minutes. Thank you for the 2. Yeah, I did see it, though, yeah. I actually organised that collab chat. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but I messaged Demetrius Johnson and Darren Till and said, let me connect you guys, and do you want me to give the number over? And I actually orchestrated that entire thing, chat. It's just regular stuff these days, you know, for the MMA guru. It's just an everyday in the life, you know. Feels good to talk to you guys. Maybe I should do it more. Feel happier streaming. Impression of Shamil and Yoel training together? Hey! Stop breathing on me! I can't do Yoel because my throat is pretty bad recently. Anytime drugs or alcohol... Anytime drugs or This is Yoel Romero. So Darren Till said, Yoel, shut your fucking fat old mouth. I don't give a shit about you nowadays, do I? Fuck. Come over to box now. Leave your fat juice head on the canvas, lad. In fact, I've been told to stop calling old cunts out like yourself, so fuck it. Oh, I told him that. I don't even want to fight you. You're an old age pensioner. Your bus... Okay, what's he saying? In fact, I've been told to stop calling out cunts like yourself out, so fuck it. I don't even want to fight you. You're an old age pensioner. You're a bus pass dependent. Don't even call my name, you bum. Mike Perry, you're a bum as well. Why is Mike Perry getting it off this? Oh, I guess he's in the interview. Your manager is a bum also, and his brother is a bum. Even Ariel, you're a little instigator bum. Stop calling my name, fucking gang of bums. Sam Jones, you little glass collector for Eddie and Frank. Okay. Yoel Romero said, I watched Darren Till's fight and love the way he boxed. That's the fight I want next. What did he say that... I guess Yoel must have insulted him in this for him to react in this way or something like that. But then Darren Till says, you say this to me! I love you! Say yourself, boy! He's saying it, dude. He's actually saying it. Nice, dude. Yoel living it up to the character, man. And you know what's not even crazy, chat? Darren Till does sleep him in a boxing match at this point, right? At this point, Till probably would just leave him stiff in a boxing match, I think. Till's pretty good at boxing. Like, he seems naturally talented with his hands, you know? September 18th is your date. And you'll do a member stream for me, boy. I will. We need a Polish versus Russian fighter card. The true battle of good and evil in Europe. Russia's Eve. I think we do Poland versus like France. Let's do Poland versus France. Good versus evil. Don't put Russia as evil, dude. At least they stick up for their people. Thank you for the 5. If Paddy gets KO'd...